How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be bringing you another solo base. The overall cost of the build is going to be 17k stone, 4k metal frags, and 3k wood. That's including the high external walls. For it being such a cheap base, it definitely has a lot to offer. Here are 4 chests for you to store anything you'd like, or you can just use them as dump chests, up to you. Anyhow, here's the center of the base. As you see, the cupboard's not in the center, it's off center in this triangle. This will give you an advantage because all raiders expect that the cupboard will be in the center, so this will throw them off. Off to the side doorway, as you see, we have this little spot that I like to call the mini courtyard. I personally would utilize this space to plant some hemp to get more cloth, but completely up to you. As you see, the 45-degree roofs prevent somebody from just simply looking down and seeing what's up. Off on the opposite side, you pretty much have the same thing, but instead, I added an oil refinery. This will allow you to smelt that useless crude oil that has been storing up in your chest and will give you lots of low grade. So I added ladder hatches in this base, and I know they're kind of expensive, but it's the only way to get up to your second level without having a massive hole in your floor. Behind this door are 4 chests. Same thing over here. These will be your 2 loot rooms. You can store anything you like in your loot room, just make sure you split it off evenly. Behind this door is your bedroom. Notice that there are 2 beds for if you're expecting a friend to come along, you can give them a bed. Let's close all these doors and let's head on into our last room. You can express your feelings whether you like this room or not, but personally, I like it a lot. As you see already, the room is 2 floors high. I'll get to why I did this in a second. If you couldn't tell, this will be your smelting room. There are 6 small furnaces, 1 campfire, and a small chest to store some unsmelted metal. With all the smelting power, you'll definitely have enough metal for your wipe cycle. Back to why I made this room 2 floors high. Let's say somebody's online raiding you. They blow to the center and they compromise this cupboard. You can come over here to this furnace room and hatch it down your cupboard, transferring all cupboard access to the exterior cupboards. So even if they are successful in raiding and they have all your loot, at least you still have a base that's functional. Ignore my struggles to get back onto the triangle. It's much easier than it looks. Let's head up onto our 3rd and final floor. And yes, I was able to get shooting ports into this base. This shooting room will have everything you could possibly need to kill any harasser or online raider. The shooting room includes heliports, which you probably won't use, but I'll include them anyway. Bulletproof windows, which allow you to look outside without being shot at, as you see. Your normal window ports, which are pretty self-explanatory. And of course, your basic peephole, which allow you to look downwards for anybody who's right up against your base. And of course, up here is your roof. There's not really much to say about it. I didn't really add anything up here because it's not needed. So anyways guys, let's show you how to build it. Start off with a 1x1 foundation. Upgrade it to stone or metal. I personally always have my foundations and my flooring as metal, just so it's harder to pick. Next, add 3 walls to 3 out of the 4 sides as seen, and then add a floor. You can upgrade this to stone, but eventually you're going to have to upgrade it to sheet metal. Next, place a doorway and upgrade that to stone. From there, of course, place a door and a lockdown. If you do not have a sheet metal door, use a wood door for now and smelt up some metals till you can get one. Next, place a furnace down and a few chests, and of course, your cupboard. Everything in this room will be moved later. From your 1x1, add in all your foundations and upgrade them to sheet metal. Your foundations should end up looking like this. Next, add in all your walls and doorways and upgrade them to stone. You do not have to implement the doors just yet, but just try to get them in as soon as possible. Now here generally is what the first floor should look like. Now hatch it down your cupboard. We're going to be moving it, because if you do remember, it was right next to the center in that triangle. Make sure you have a bunch of metal prepared for this step, because we're going to be filling in a bunch of doorways. If you're low on metal, try smelting some metal while you run around PvPing. Now add your door and put a code on it. You can change the code to whatever you like, and from there, select the floor triangle, and then add your ceiling. Upgrade that to sheet metal. Now that you're done with that, go ahead and add your cupboard in. Then add your doorway in and make sure it closes into the cupboard. Now add your code lock and fill in those doorways with doors on the remaining entrances. Now we're going to be adding in one of the courtyards. Head on outside and get yourself an oil refinery. These things are kind of expensive, so it might take a while for you to get one. Place it as close to the doorway as possible, and then add yourself in a high wall. If it has a small crack, it's okay because they can't access the refinery either way. From there, head around back and place a wall like you did before. This one should be easier to place since there's no refinery. And voila, there shouldn't be any cracks. If it sticks to the wall, just fine, all good. Now that you got your base looking something like this, head on over to these sides and place high walls as well. This will make it so that they can't just use splash damage on rockets to raid your loot rooms. Now just do the same thing for the other side. These things are really important to add, so make sure you do this step. Add in your floors and your floor triangles and upgrade them to sheet metal. It is very important that it is upgraded to sheet metal because stone is much easier to pick. Sheet metal takes 2 pickaxe swings to do 1 damage, and it has 250 more health than stone. Next, add in your ladder hatch frame and upgrade to sheet metal. Add your ladder hatch, and you should be able to get one of these by now because it's not that many components to make. And of course, add your code lock. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put your walls up for your second floor and upgrade them to stone. Next, go inside this little area that you created and place down your furnaces. Now head back down to the 1x1 that you had at the start of the base build and chop up all the chests that you had down there. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to add your shelf and 4 chests. Do this step for all 3 loot rooms in the base. Now that you got your loot room set up, head over here and set up your bedroom. Once you're done with that, set up the doors and the doorways that you are missing. Now we're going to be adding in the floor for our third floor, upgraded all to sheet metal, and this is going to be the same thing as the second floor. So I'm going to speed through this. The only difference between this and the second floor is that there are 45-degree roofs and an extra square. Now it's time to work on our shooting ports. Add a low wall in the extra square that we added before and upgrade that to stone. To the right of that, add 2 large doorways and upgrade those to stone. Everything on this floor will be stone, so I'm not going to say it anymore. Next, just add your 4 windows. Do the same thing for the other side because this is symmetrical on 2 of the 4 sides. Now some of the remaining things that we have to do for this floor are just going to be adding sandbags and stuff like that. I'm not going to commentate through that. If you need help with that, just slow down the video using the gear icon on the bottom right. Now we're going to finish off our base with our flooring. I do not need to commentate through this, so anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.